Welcome to Tech Brothers Amer. In this video, we are going to explore aggregate functions, and especially in this video, we'll be taking a look on the basic aggregation functions. We'll be taking a look on count distinct, any underscore value, first underscore value, last underscore value. And here in this video, we are going to use this sample data. We have name here, and then we have city here, and then we have age here. You see that couple of records such as Amer has two records here. So if you notice right there, Amer has the same right there, name is same, but the city and age is different. So then we have John, John has the same record right there. Name, city and age also matches for that one. So I created this by purpose so we can experiment with different functions when we are going to use them. Here I'm defining the schema for this data, and the schema is equal to struct type, and then I said that struct field is the name. For this one, so we have city, then we have age, and this is string type for the name, and for city string type as well, and age is integer type. We'll be using spark.create data frame, and we'll be using this sample data, and then we'll be using the schema here. Now we will be able to print out our data frame by using show function. Let me show you this first, and then we will go from there. Okay, here is my data frame, and you can see right there we have name, city and age. And as I was explaining to you, I have Amer, that name is happening twice here, but the city is different for Amer, and then the age is also different for Amer here. And for John, that's a duplicate record in the data frame right there. And then we have Sarah and Lena, those are unique records. Now let's take a look on the count. So very first function that we would like to take a look is the count. Now count the number of rows in a group. So first of all, we'll be grouping by some column. So here is I'm creating a new data frame called df underscore count, and I'm using the old data frame or existing data frame df. And here I'm saying group by, and then on which column I would like to group by is the name column. Then I'm applying aggregate function, and right there, and I'm doing the count on a name. So it is going to count the name for us, and then we call this alias as a name counter. Now we are going to get the name as is, then we have a second column for our aggregate function, and we can now we have df underscore count data frame created right here, and then we can use the show function to see the data. I'm going to go ahead and execute this for you. Let me execute the top and bottom so you will see both of the records there. So here is my original data frame that we can see right there, and here is our count. So count the number of rows for each name. So you can remember that we have two records for Amer right here. So we have a count of 2 for Amer, and then we have John twice as well in this value right there, and then that's why we are seeing 2, and then we have Sarah and Lena one time. So we have applied the group by name column, and then we have taken the count according to the name, and that's what we got. Now let's go ahead and take a look on other function, and in this case we are going to take a look called count underscore distinct. This counts the number of distinct values in the group. So if you see that Amer is happening twice, but if we see distinct, that means unique, that will be considered as 1. So here I'm creating a new data frame, df count distinct, and here I will say df group by name, and then I'm going to apply aggregate function count distinct, and here I'm applying on age. So in the age, if you see right there, I have different ages. So for Amer I have 31 and 30. So you're gonna see the two records for this. So you will see Amer, but there will be 2. But if I will put 30 and 30, then it's gonna be 1. So I'm gonna show you these anyways. So here you see that we have age and group by name, and then we are taking distinct count of age, and then saying distinct age counter. So this is a new column we'll be creating, and then we are printing this df count distinct data frame by using a show function. So I'm going to execute this and then show you the results. And here it is. You can see that for Lena we have 1, for John we have 1, for Amer we have 2 right there, because there are 2 different ages for Amer. See right there, I showed you right there. Okay, sorry, here. So we have 31 and 30 for Amer. That's why there are 2 counts. For John, we see only 1 because we have 35 and 35. So that's distinct is only 1 time. So because each record is same record for John. Okay, so you understand now how to use the count distinct in case you want to find the count of the number of distinct values in the group. Now we are going to go to the count distinct. There is no underscore here, and this is count the number of distinct values in the group, same as the count underscore distinct. No big deal. It's going to return us the same records. So here I'm creating a new data frame, df underscore count distinct data frame original one, group by name column, aggregate on a count distinct on city. Right here, instead of age we are going for city. So here again we have a name Amir here, and if you remember that we have city, right, distinct for count distinct for city. So I'm going to show you right here. So for Amir I have by purpose put New York first, and then I have put Lahore second. So it's going to get us two distinct values for name Amir, but rest of that John is going to be one because he has Los Angeles, and when you take a distinct it's the same, so it's going to be showing us one. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So now we'll go ahead and call this column as a distinct city count, and we execute this code, and we are going to see the values here. So we have name here Lena 1, and then John 1, and Amir 2, because there are two cities related to the Amir, and that's why we are seeing 2. Amir has New York as well as he has Lahore. Okay, now let's go to the next one and take a look. Any value function. This returns any value of a column for each group arbitrary selection. So there is no like it's going to select the first occurrence or last occurrence or a middle occurrence. So it's going to get any one for you. So here it is, df any value df dot group by name. So we are grouping by name, and then we are saying any value for city. So remember that for city, for Amir we have New York and Lahore, and that's it's going to select any. So really it doesn't, we can't really tell which one it's going to select, but it will select at least one. So and then we call it alias as any city, and now we are printing out this data frame df underscore any value by using show function. Let me execute this and we'll see the outcome. So here it is, we have a name column, and name it selected the New York city for the Amir, and for John there is Las Vegas in both of the records, so it selected that one, and for Lena Chicago and Sora San Francisco. These were anyways unique records, so not a big deal. And here was duplicate records, so that's also it has no option to select, but for Amir it had the choice of which one to select, and it got selected. The very first one was New York. So it could have select any other value. If we change, maybe it will select next time if I will do something like that. So if I will just put 1 here, do you think so it's going to work? And I'm going to execute now and see if it make any different choices. But as I said that it can select anything, so we really don't have choices here. So if you are interested, see, in this case also it selected the very first one, so that's fine, no big deal. Now let's go ahead and take a look on the other functions here, and now we have a first that returns the first value in the group, and here we are grouping by name, and then we say aggregate first city, and then we have a first city, and here we are going to go ahead and print this data frame. So if we execute this one, it is going to select one New York for Amir, and that's what it did. So that's the first value it is selecting. Now last will return the last value in the group. So we are saying creating a new data frame df last using the original data frame group by name column right here, and then aggregate, and then last that's the function we are applying on the city column, and then alias as last city, and then finally we are printing out the results from the df last data frame. So it's gonna get the last city for see right there. Now at this time, as we said last, it is selecting Lahore for Amir, because for Amir here we have New York, and then for Amir here we have a Lahore. So when we use the last, it's going to select this one. And in this case, for other ones there is a unique values, no big deal, so it's going to select whatever the value is present. And now we are going to take a look on first value, return the first value of the column for each group. So it is pretty much same like first, and then we have a last underscore value, that's the same like last, So you are doing you're creating a data frame here, applying on your original data frame, group by name, aggregate first value and age, and first age. And if I run this one, if you see that for Amir we have age 31 here and 30, so it's going to get age 31 for Amir. and then the rest of the records we have the same values, so it doesn't really matter. So you can see that for Amir it got first record, and then John 35, because this is two records are their duplicates, but these values are same. Sarah and Lina are unique already. So here is last value column, returns the last value of a column for each group. So here I'm creating a group by name, and then say aggregate last value on age, and then I'm printing that out by using a df for last value. So in this case, now it's going to select the age for Amir is 30, right? Because we are saying last age, and then it's going to group by the name. Okay, so let's execute this and take a look, and here you go. You have Amir, and the last age is 30, and for John and Sarah the records are the same because they are unique, or they are, this for John they're duplicate records but same records. I thank you very much, and I hope you learn some basic rules how to apply these aggregate functions. So you will be always using group by with the data frame, putting the column name, and then you will be using aggregate functions on the column that you would like. So I hope this video will help, and thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.